we get over to the western end of the Fremont Street off-ramp, very crowded. Everyone's jumping off there. Hayward exit, south 80 south of Industrial. Car hit the guardrail, right lane blocks, Sonoma grade, still packed, Washington to Sheridan because of a stalled big rig. Your next update was Ted Anthony at 11:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
And we have some clouds, and it's going to be a bit muggy in the late night and overnight hours, 50s and 60s for the late night and overnight lows. Sunny tomorrow after some patchy fog and morning overcast, high 60s to the mid 80s. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on All News 740 and FM 106.9 KCBS. Monday evening, Labor Day, September 2nd, 2013. Coming up on KCBS with John. This is Chris Philippi in Oakland, where elected leaders welcome the new eastern span of the Bay Bridge. What a huge relief.
And I'm Tim Ryan in San Francisco with the unusual late-night traffic jam getting onto the new Bay Bridge.
And the Obama administration launching what it is described as a flood the zone campaign to persuade Congress to authorize military action against Syria. I'm Martin Lenz. CBS News covers the world next. What's happening and why? KCBS AM and HD, KFRC FM and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. 11 o'clock.
CBS News, I'm Tom Foley. President Obama is trying to make personal appeals to members of Congress to give him the go-ahead to punish the Assad regime of Syria for allegedly using poison gas in its civil war.
I'm Peter Mayer in Washington. This is the biggest foreign policy debate of the Obama presidency. The White House is mounting an all-out lobby effort to authorize military action against Syria. Officials say before Congress votes, possibly next week, every lawmaker will have heard from the White House through one-on-one contacts and intelligence briefings.
One frequent administration Syria policy critic, the president's 2008 opponent, Senator John McCain, has already heard Mr. Obama's case firsthand and mostly convincing.
If the Congress were to reject a resolution like this after the President of the United States has already committed to action, the consequences would be catastrophic.
The United Nations Refugee Agency says the number of refugees from Syria's violence is now more than 2 million people. On his way back to North Korea, former basketball star Dennis Rodman, he and North Korea's communist leader Kim Jong-un, who apparently likes hoops too, hit it off so well during a visit back in February that Rodman is doing a return visit. North Korea is holding an American missionary, but Rodman plays down speculation that his trip has anything to do with that. Now to the San Francisco Bay Area, where the spanking new eastern span of the Bay Bridge just reopened to traffic. About 45 minutes ago, KCBS reporter Chris Philippi was there.
A lot of these folks that are pouring through right now actually were lining up and waiting in some cases as many as a few hours just for the opportunity to drive on the new Bay Bridge.
Traffic now flowing in both directions between San Francisco and Oakland. The old span was badly damaged by the Big Bay Area quake back in 1989. It took Diane and I at 53 very rough hours in the water to fulfill a decades-old dream to swim from Cuba to the Florida Keys.
We should never, ever give up.
You're never too old to chase your dreams. That's right.
After her swim, Nayad was loaded onto a stretcher and taken away in an ambulance. Physically weak, but with her spirit stronger than ever.
CBS's Elaine Quijano in Key West. Microsoft is hoping to follow the example of Apple going from software and desktop computing into smartphones. Microsoft is buying the phone business and technology of Finland's Nokia, which used to be a big player in that field in the days before the BlackBerry and then the iPhone and Android.
Microsoft is making a bet.